back with living legend Jeff Fenech, our greatest ever boxer in Australia. Jeff, welcome to the KO Boxing Show.
Always great to talk to you, Pete.
Jeff, look, just kind of, what's the word? With COVID-19, it's been such a muck up this year. We're trying to keep it positive. We see what's happening in America. We can't believe our eyes, but we're a lucky country here. How's COVID-19 affected you and obviously training Brock Jarvis, the undefeated prospect or, undefeated superstar in the making that you've got?
Well, listen, we're talking about COVID. We're just talking about from October last year, Pete. I was in hospital, nearly died. Got home, went overseas, went and visited Mike Tyson in America, came back home, the COVID started. So we were locked in, training at home. Last week, I fall down the stairs, nearly killed myself again. Still so everything's, I think everything happens for a reason. It hasn't been the best 6 months for me, but it hasn't been the best 6 months for the world. But like I said, if we all stick together and do the right thing, I think that we'll get through this. Boxing will start soon. Look, boxing in Australia is so strong at the moment. Look at the Maloney boys, Liam Paro, Liam Wilson, a young Brock Jarvis, Jai Opatay. We've got so many great fighters now. Tim and Jeff Horns. Look, we're just on the edge of, really having a couple of world champions in Australia, which I'm really looking forward to. So as soon as COVID's done, I think Australia will have 2 or 3 world champions.
All right, let's go into when COVID's done. How do we restart in Australia as far as promotions? Because we know in Australia there's no TV support for 95%, 99% of promoters. They have to rely on gate. So if there's no gate, how can promoters put shows on? And when will the gate come back?
Pete, there's only one way we're going to be able to put shows on, and that's if we all are people like Peter Maniatis, and we all sit down together and we're all prepared to work together to help the boxers. Excuse me, but fuck Jeff Fenech, fuck everybody else as individuals. Let's just think about helping the boxers. Forget about our egos and everything else. We need to sit together, go and speak to one of these big companies, one of these like in the Zone or one of those, and let's get all these guys, let's give them all a fair shake, let's give them a chance, especially the guys who deserve them, and let's all work together. Listen, I'm doing a promotion here, your fighter can fight and he can't fight, or you're doing one, I have to beg you to get my... No, we're going to stop all that shit. It's been going for too long in Australian boxing, and that's why we've got nowhere for a long, long time. Let's all join together. Let's all be one chain with no links broken. Let's work together, and let's work for one reason, to help Australian boxers. Forget boxing. Let's help these kids individually reach their goals.
Well said, Jeff. Well said. Look, you've got your own podcast at the moment. It's been going fantastic. I've been watching it. Who's some of the new guests you've got in line?
And we've got the podcast is called Standing 8. And I beg for everybody that these aren't going to be 1.5 hour talks. They're just 55 minutes and real entertaining stuff. It's all the real deal. Like I said, I've had Colt Sandilands. I've had myself earlier. And then we've had John Ibrahim. We're looking at doing Peter Sterling, the rugby league legend, on Saturday, and then we'll most probably do Mark Burras. We've got Charlie Teo. We've got Abbo Henry. I'm going to talk to Mick Gallo and see what he wants to do. We've got so many people that are open to talking to me. And I just want to make this something real. I don't want to ask these guys stupid questions where it makes everybody fear coming on my podcast. I just want to be real with them and see what that made them successful. If they've made some mistakes, that's there. We've all put our hands up to explain why we made mistakes. I want this podcast to be something really, really special.
Let's talk about Mike Tyson. What's happening with Mike Tyson as far as this comeback, Jeff? Is it real, or is it more just a bit of a publicity stunt, or is he there to make some money, or is he there to raise some money in charity, or just to get fit and feel good about himself?
Well, of course, what he's doing is real. He wants to raise money, but I've never heard of him having a fight. It's always been an exhibition. So an exhibition is an exhibition. These aren't two guys going out to kill each other. I want to just see what Mike Tyson's got at 53 and just watching him train. Look at the millions of people who watch him train. If he just goes out and boxes a great exhibition and doesn't try to get hurt or doesn't hurt his opponent, it will still be great. And that's what we want. We don't want these guys to go out and get beat up and get hurt. We've watched that. We've watched them through their careers go up and down the roller coaster, win a fight, lose a fight. I don't want to see Mike Tyson ever get hurt again in my life, or Evander Holyfield, or anybody else. So what I'd love to see, their fitness and them getting back in the ring and showing their skills and showing what they can do at this age, because it inspires other people. It inspires people in their 40s, 50s, and 60s to keep training and living a better life. And I think what Mike is doing at the moment is amazing.
Okay, Jeff, when's boxing going to be back in Australia, do you think? When are we going to get restarted?
I'm not real sure. I just got off the phone to Dean Lonning from Dino Promotions, and Dean's doing a great job. He's a great friend of mine. I obviously am looking after the affairs of Brock Jarvis at the moment and plenty of other good Australian boxers. But again, we all need to get together. Like, I mean, Dean's got a group of fighters. Dean's got Fox. We all need, every fighter that can fight needs to be shown on TV. Whether it means we need to go and all talk to Dean together and work out a deal where we can all be on the same page and give everybody a voice and give everybody an opportunity. That's what I believe, and that's what I would love, Peter. I would love us all to get together one day and say, here, Sunday, we're all going to meet in Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane, wherever it may be. Get the great guys like the Angelo DiCarlos and the Mick Gattos and Brian Armatrudas and yourself, Peter, who's promoted for years and years. And let's all sit down and have a voice. Let's all voice our opinion, whether it gets done or not. As long as we voice our opinion and we all try to do something together and we can help the kids. Forget about our egos. Forget about everybody's ego. Let's try to help these boys reach the pinnacle and become world champions. That's what Australia needs. For boxing to be great, we need to have world champions. We need to have guys who can fight. And we've got that.
Let's hope boxing's back this year anyway, Jeff. We're really praying for that in Australia. Obviously in America it will be top rank and stuff. We're already starting cards this month, but they're doing it with TV and they're doing it in a hub and, there's going to be no crowds. So they can weather that storm. Let's hope we can do something.
Of course, Peter. They're blessed over there. Bob Aaron has got those TV rights and money here in Australia. I've got to say, Dino Promotions has those, not as big as Top Rank or anything like that, but he has got the opportunity. And if we all sit down together and work together, I'm sure that Dean's a great guy. People just got to sit with him, know him. Dean's not for Dean. Dean would love to help the sport. So if we all can get together and get Dean's help, get Fox's help. Listen, Fox Sports should be aligned to everybody. Anybody that can put on a great show, they should be aligned to it. They shouldn't have one guy that runs a show. They can have one guy who runs a show, but as long as everybody works with him, they all work together, and everybody's fighters get an equal opportunity. And that's what I believe anyway. And look, for me, it wouldn't matter one thing. Like I said, of course I've got Brock Jarvis, and of course I want Brock Jarvis, but I'm more than prepared to take a step back and work with everybody so everybody gets an even opportunity.
How's your health going at the moment, Jeff? You mentioned at the start you had that 5 or 6 hour operation in Thailand. You're looking good. How are you feeling?
Yeah, well, I had my birthday last week. It was the first time I've been able to say, when they say, how do you feel? I feel my age plus at the moment because I fell down the stairs like last week and I had a really nasty fall with my back and hip and I'm in a lot of pain. But like I said, everything happens for a reason, makes you stronger, makes you more determined. I've been getting massage and working hard to try to be able to get back into some training as soon as I can, and some formality and normality for myself. So, like I said, I'm great. So I'm not real concerned about me. I'm more concerned about, what's happening in the sport of boxing. I'm trying to help the sport get to a much better and healthier place. So I'm very, very lucky. I got my new management team at Barking Dog, who are doing my podcast. And Paul Fitzgerald and I are really going to try to, have some meetings, whether it be with 7, 10, 9, 2. We want to get Sky Channel, whoever it may be. We want to get boxing back out there. We want everybody to be able to share in the success and to share in the TV time, not just Brock Jarvis or Jaya Patel or the Malone. We want everybody to share in the TV time. And once we do that, Australian boxing will be great.
Jeff, we're very lucky we've got you in our sport in Australian boxing. You've been an ambassador for us overseas. Whenever I go overseas,
well,
you like royalty.
You can say that. No, Peter, you can say that, but like Fox and them, they don't give a shit about Jeff Fenech. I mean, that's why when I go to Australia, I'm treated like royalty. That's why Mike Tyson wants me to help him, because they know who I am. But these other people have got those same problems that these promoters have, and they talk behind people's back, and they got no forgiveness in their heart. They think, somebody's made one mistake. Listen, everybody makes mistakes in their lives. We correct them, we move on, we become better people from them. People learn from other people's mistakes. But like I said, in this country, we can call it the best country in the world, but it's nowhere close to that from Jeff Fenech. I'm just an honest person. I just think that, we don't all get a fair shot here. Like you and other people that have promoted and done amazing things for Australian boxing. I'll just give you one name, Angelo DiCarlo, who spends millions of dollars out of his own money He's never got a chance from TV, or they've never given him an opportunity. Why not? Who knows? What's he done wrong? He's done nothing wrong.
Well said, Jeff. But Jeff, it's great, and a credit obviously to Angelo Di Carlo, but yourself, to have someone like you in the sport. You've been our ambassador really overseas, and you know, you give us hope as well. And even when you were a fighter yourself, I've never met a guy that spent so much time with normal people, and you give your fans so much. You're so accessible, even at your peak of your powers. Like some fighters, you can't get to them. They've got 20 guys around him, can never get, 1 second. You're always there for your fans. You mix with them. You walk down to TAB. I'd always see you down at TAB or wherever. You were so accessible, and it's fantastic that we've got a person like you in our
Peter,
life.
if I sign one autograph, I'm going to sign 1,000. If there's 1,000 people, I'm not moving until I sign the last one. Because without the people, who's Jeff Fenech? Who made Jeff Fenech? The people made me. Of course I train out, but they paid to watch me fight. That's where I make my money from the people. So I owe to the people. So I'm happy to be that person. That's who I believe I am anyway.
No, but talking about sharing things, you're a guy, I remember when I was first starting off, you got me Sky Channel and you didn't know me, but you said, I'll get you Sky with Matt Brooks and things like that. You never forget that because you didn't know me, you didn't need to do that. But that's the type of guy you are. You want to see people prosper and you want to see the sport do well. And obviously, if the sport's doing well, the fighters are doing well and you're there for the fighters.
Yeah, well, like I said, I wouldn't be if it wasn't for boxing, Peter. So I owe my life and everything that I have is because of boxing. And if I can give back, not just to boxing, but if I can give back to the people, that deserve something back. The people that are out there working their backsides off, and sometimes they get nothing for it. They get no return. They're the people that I want to help.
Jeff, just on a personal note, those photos you've been putting up on Instagram and Facebook, mate, I can't post anymore. You've killed everyone. You've got DiCaprio. You've got everyone. How the hell have you done this?
People that are listening now, they're all photos of Peter, but I've just put my head there. All those photos are really the artist. I put my head on it.
We've tried to put ourselves up there. We can't compete, Jeff. We need to start.
I've been very blessed. I've been very, very blessed to travel the world and to train Mike Tyson, to train Kerry Packer. I've been totally blessed to meet some amazing people at amazing parties and amazing times. And I will never, ever forget that opportunity I've been given.
Jeff, just before we end this interview, how do you see world boxing at the moment? Obviously once COVID finishes, we get the big fights going. It's starting to get an exciting boom about it, isn't it?
No, definitely so. Well, there's so much money in the sport and that is great because all these guys who've worked their backsides off are getting paid well these days. But look, I honestly, when I look at it and I think of some of the fighters they're talking about today, like I said, no disrespect to them, but if Ray Leonard or Tommy Hearns or Hagler or Duran or any of those guys are fighting today, they might have 12 or 13 or maybe even 15 world titles. There are that many out there. But like I said, as long as we can all work together and, like I said, and today, if you ask me who the best fighter in the world pound for pound is, there's no one close to Inu, the little Japanese guy from, the Japanese bantamweight. Mate, he won the world title against a fighter who I trained out in Mexico, and he's just gone on to demolish people, but he fights like a professional. And no disrespect to Lomachenko, who's got great skills and everything else. That's not a professional style as far as I'm concerned. He's got great skills. When he fights some of those guys who'll stand there and train with him, then we'll see who the best fighter in the world is. Like I said, I'm sure it's the guy who I said, the little bantamweight from Japan.
Jeff, our good friend John Pace, he's got the best sports memorabilia in the world. I think he spent $800,000 on there. He loves you. He's a terrific guy. We were talking the other day, and we said he hasn't got over what they did to you with Azuma Nelson, by the way, in Las Vegas.
You have to tell me, mate. I hear it every day.
He hasn't got over. But in the perfect world, you won that fight. It's 4 world titles in 4 different weight classes. We've got no doubt in the world you would have went on to win 6 world titles in 6 different weight classes. And back then, that was unheard of. So for us fans...
What you got to realise is, when I know you're a great fan of mine, but I won my first 3 in 20 fights. In my first 23 fights, 13 of them were for world titles. In my first 23 fights, I fought for 13 world. That's never been done. I know It will be done these days because there were so many. But back when I was fighting, it was never done. And like I said, again, Australia's never given me the credit for that. I'm the first Olympian from '84 Olympics to win the gold. Tell me, just remember the Olympic team in '84: Vander Holyfield, Pernell Whitaker, Meldrick Taylor, Steve McCrory, Meldrick Taylor, Mark Breland. I was the first guy to win a world title out of the whole Olympic, out of them, and I done it in 196 days. It took them a few years, you know. That was, I think, it was a Vander after me. So, I mean, I've done some things in the sport of boxing that Australia give me no credit for at all. But I'm good because, you know, there's only one judge, Peter, and it's the mirror. I look at every day and I'm very proud of who I am and who I've turned my life around to become. Like I said, I've made some mistakes in life. I've been in some silly situations, but like I said, that happens in life. As long as you can correct yourself and be better and know you've made a mistake and move on, man, that's life. I'm more than happy with everything that's happened in my life because it happens for a reason.
No, Jeff, and thanks for coming on the show and giving your time. As you always do, you're just so generous with your time. And, you know, my just final thing is boxing is in a very good place in Australia when we've got someone like you in charge and there for us as an ambassador. And everyone knows this. And I was going to say, each time I go to any WBC meetings or anything like that and your name comes up, it's like they do the salute of a lieutenant. You are the number one guy there, and don't mistake that, Jeff. We all here love you, and you know, I know sometimes Australia's a bit funny with giving recognition and stuff. They're not that type of people, but no one can discard what you did. It was groundbreaking, and you deserve to live the rest of your life as a living legend here in Australia and anywhere you go.
That's all good, but I want to let you know something, and that's why boxing's good, because we've got people like that are educated like yourself. But Ben Damon, when Ben Damon gets up and introduces a fighter, or when Ben Damon does an interview, we listen to an expert that has done his homework. We can't get better in boxing than Ben Damon. People like yourself who know everything that I've done, who know. When I talk to somebody like you, Peter, I feel comfortable because I know every question you can ask me is coming from somebody who's done their homework, and that's why boxing is good. Boxing is only good in the way that we've got fighters. We've also got some great people in the sport. We've got some great promoters, like I said, Brian Armature in Melbourne, who loves the sport. Angelo DiCarlo, who loves the sport. Dean Lonigan, who loves the sport and trying to help these guys. So, and we've got guys like you. Like I said, we've got Ben Damon, who, wow, is as good as any face, as good as any commentator in the world. Well, I think he's better than anybody in the world. So we're in a great place.
No, thanks, Jeff. You take care, my friend, and we'll see you soon.
Love you guys. Thank you very much, Peter.